All right, so now what I want to do is a taping for a lateral ankle sprain. All right, so remembering that we have the three ligaments, we have the anterior talofibular, the posterior talofibular, and the calcaneal fibular ligaments. So this taping is more going to be for the anterior talofibular and the calcaneal fibular ligaments. So the first taping is more for a grade 1 type of sprain, low grade 2, and then I'll modify it for a grade 2 type of sprain. Yep. I have her foot on top of a piece of foam. It can be off the edge of the table if that works better, but what I'm actually going to do is move this piece of foam up just a little bit, just so that I have good clearance. Sorry. Okay, so I have my tape, and I want to make sure that I cover that calcaneus, and just lay the tape down, no stretch. I want to make sure that it's smooth. Coming around, stirruping the foot, all right? And I want to make sure that I am covering the lateral calcaneus as well. Okay. There's a couple of wrinkles in it. It's not that big a deal. Okay.
Sometimes it's just...
So when you measure, you want to make sure you give yourself enough tape. Okay. So I'm going to lay the tape down, making sure I know where my malleolus is. Okay. And as I lay it down, I'm going to begin to put some pull on this. I want to make sure that our foot's in neutral. And as I bring this around, I'm actually going to put the foot into slight eversion. So that when I come around, I want to make sure that I definitely get some pull on this, because I want to stabilize and I want to walk this tape up. Okay. If I have any extra, again, I'm going to cut it because I don't want it to be on the skin. Okay. So now her ankle is supported, so she's not going to be able to go into inversion, right? Because it's a lateral ankle sprain of the anterior talofibular or calcaneal fibular ligaments. Okay. Now, if I'm dealing with a grade 2 sprain, I'm going to actually lay down another piece. Okay. So I'm going to make this one just a little bit shorter, but instead of coming up, I'm actually going to come over the top of the foot a little bit. Okay. So this first one is for grade 1. This one's going to add a little bit more support if I'm working with a grade 2 type of sprain. Okay. Same idea. I'm going to lay it down. Now, I don't have to go quite so high because I've already got the tape up here. So I'm going to come around and I'm actually going to come up over the foot. Okay. cut off any excess. And just lay that down. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my Leuko tape. Give a little pre-measure, get an idea of how much I'm going to need. Lay the tape down. Now the foot's already been put into eversion, so I can just give that pull and I can lay that down. Now what I would suggest though is, because this tape does have a tendency to move or become a little bit looser, is that I'm going to put a couple of anchors down. Okay, just to cover the tape on the ends. Okay, so remember this extra piece here, that's kind of optional, but I'm just going to lay this piece just over the top, just to help that anchor a little bit. I'll do the same on this side. It just helps to make sure that the tape doesn't roll up. Sometimes the edges get caught on clothing, okay? And if I'm adding that extra anchor piece down here, I'm going to do the same thing, just with the cover tape, just to cover the edges. Okay, and that's how we would do a taping for grade 1 coming up, grade 1 ankle sprain. And if I want to add some extra support because I think I'm closer to a grade 2, or I am a grade 2, I can come up and stir up the foot a little bit here too.